Hello and welcome to another homework help video. This video looks at calculating an economy's real GDP per capita. Before looking at how to calculate real GDP per capita, let's take a minute to review the concepts of gross domestic product or GDP, real GDP, and the subject of the video, real GDP per capita. Gross domestic product is the value of goods and services an economy produces in a given period. GDP is calculated by summing the total value of each good or service produced in the economy, quantity of goods produced times its market price. GDP only includes currently produced goods, so a house built 30 years ago or cars built 3 years ago are not counted in GDP. Also, it does not explicitly count goods sold to produce other goods. So the steel used to produce cars is not counted directly as part of GDP, but is counted in the final price of the car. Real gross domestic product is the GDP calculated using the prices from a period that is taken as a reference, or a base period, and quantities of goods from the current period. Real gross domestic product per capita is the real GDP earned per individual in the economy. The measure is useful because it tells economists how well an economy is doing. An economy with a higher real GDP indicates a more prosperous economy. However, the measure does not show how equitably wealth is distributed within the economy. The formula for calculating is real GDP per capita equals the economy's real GDP divided by the economy's population. Let's start by looking at a problem statement. An economy has a real GDP of 475,000 million euros and a population of 25 million. What is the economy's per capita real GDP? The steps for solving the problem are: 1. Write the formula for per capita GDP. GDP per capita equals real GDP divided by the population of an economy. 2. From the problem statement, substitute the economy's real GDP into the formula for real GDP. 3. From the problem statement, substitute the economy's population into the formula for the population. 4. Divide the economy's real GDP by the economy's population. Now let's apply the steps to the problem statement. 1. Write the formula for per capita GDP. GDP per capita equals real GDP divided by the population of an economy. 2. From the problem statement, substitute the economy's real GDP into the formula for real GDP. In the problem statement, the real GDP is 475,000 million euros. So, let's substitute 475,000 million euros into the formula for real GDP. 3. From the problem statement, substitute the economy's population into the formula for the economy's population. In the problem statement, the economy's population is 25 million individuals. So, let's substitute 25 million into the formula for the economy's population. 4. Divide the economy's real GDP by the economy's population. In the problem statement, the economy's real GDP is 475,000 million euros, and the economy's population is 25 million. Dividing 475,000 million by 25 million is 19,000 euros per individual. So the real GDP per capita is 19,000 euros. This video looked at calculating the real GDP per capita. First, the video defined the terms GDP, nominal GDP, real GDP, and real GDP per capita. Second, the video presented a typical problem statement. After presenting the problem statement, the video provided the steps to solve the problem statement. Finally, the video worked through the problem statement using the steps. If you want to try a practice problem independently, there is a link in the description below. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them in the comments section below. Until the next homework help video, best wishes on your economic studies.